Hello again. This is another design recently installed in Short Hills, New Jersey, designed and installed by Coastal Custom Wine Cellars. This job actually commenced right about a year ago, February 24th, 2010. It went through 3 or 4 changes, and there was a time lapse actually while the wine room was being created, and it was approved for production in late November, early December of 2010. As you can see, this is a longer room. It's a bit narrow. It's 152 inches deep and just shy of 5 feet wide. So what we did was we placed wine racks along the left side of the wine room, still allowing plenty of room to maneuver down the wine cellar here. And we placed some wine racks along the back wall. As you'll see in some pictures I'll share with you later, they've placed a cooling unit on this wall to help cool the room to 55 to 60 degrees. Let's take a look at the left side wall, which is elevation A. And for the most part, the Kapoors didn't care for a lot of over-the-top presentations, a lot of arches and columns and built-up base moldings and such, which are certainly available. They wanted to keep the simple balance and some elegance to the wine room because of its size. They didn't want to really overpower it. So what we all decided on ultimately was, with a great deal of input from the Kapoors as well regarding their collection and how they wanted to manage and display, we've had for the most part open diamond bin storage below. The open diamond bins here allow for case management storage, large format bottles such as 1.5 liters. You can even put split bottles in here, the halves. We've got for single bottle storage above the diamonds, we start with a pitched, what we call a high reveal display row, which pitches the bottle at a 15-degree angle, and then, as you can see, additional storage above that. These openings are large enough for most of the 750 milliliter bottles in the marketplace. I actually call it a universal opening. And very odd-shaped bottles, large formats and such can be placed here in the diamonds. On the back wall, which is 53 inches wide, they did want a small opening so that they could pour some wine, decant some wine, just set things down while they're actually in the wine room. So we created this opening, which they'll place some artwork of their own here in this area at some point. We've got a solid wood tabletop here, and then of course some stemware glasses, or some stemware storage just above that. This wine cellar was created, as you'll see from the pictures here very shortly, in a premium redwood, unfinished. It's quite beautiful. Very subtle color and grain variations, which actually lend quite a bit of character. It's a very popular choice. These are overhead views of the wine room. The diamond bins, you can see, these are lattice style. It's a series of 1x2s rather than a solid piece of wood 1x12 here. And the Kapoors chose this for 2 reasons. Number one, the open or the lattice style allows for good airflow in and around the bottles. It's helping to keep a more even, constant temperature. And it's a little bit less money than the solid 1x12s, simply because we're using less material. I want to show you some pictures. This is the before picture, if you will. You'll notice they have a beautiful brick barrel-shaped ceiling here, and on the right side wall. This is the Whisper Cool self-contained cooling unit that was placed in the wine room. And as you can see, they're just about ready to install here. The floor is down. The first picture is indeed the left side wall that we saw in the design with the high reveal display row. This is premium redwood. You see the subtle color variation. It's unfinished. There's no need to finish the wood whatsoever. Premium redwood will age and mature, develop more color over the months and the years, and indeed is an ideal wood for the wine storage environment, the temperature and the humidity. As you can see, the open area here in the back, and we can see that a little bit better with picture number 2. There's not quite yet any artwork here, as we mentioned, but you can see they've got enough room to store wood cases above, the glasses hanging upside down, the cooling unit. So all in all, a small cellar, very well put together, well designed, well installed very nicely by Rich of Wine Cellar Installations. Was in and out of there in a day.